Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Nick, your favorite personal growth coach, and welcome to the first session of Adulting in My Purpose live for 2021. Oh, thank you, Jesus. We made it. We made it to another year, guys. Woo! And we're still going through, all the mess that's going on today. Oh my gosh, it's been crazy. I've been glued to CNN and Fox and seeing what's going on in our world. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. But we made it through 2020. We are here in 2021, and God is still in control. God is still moving. He never sleeps, He's never slumbered. So He knows what's going on. So we need not to worry about it. Just cast our cares on Him because we know that He cares for us and we are good. So I am excited to be here to start off the new year with you with another live session of Adulting in My Purpose. I'm always excited to be here every Wednesday with you at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, where we are helping young people, young leaders out there, just truly getting the tools and strategies they need to be effective and productive adults. So welcome. It's 2021. I am overly excited. Let me know if you're watching for the first time. Say hello. Don't be a stranger. Uh, Let me know. Put your name in the chat that you're listening. If you're listening new, if you're returning, like, share, give me some thumbs up. Start a watch party. We're just here to have some fun and just talk and truly strategize. I really wanted to come on live for just to kick off this new season of Adulting in My Purpose, because there's so many things that we have coming up in 2020, and I just want to kind of lay out the foundation of what's expecting to look like for Adulting in My Purpose in 2021, and what you can do to make this year prosperous and abundant. And truly live the life that you have been called to live, that you desire to live, that God has created you to live. So that is what we're going to be talking about. So again, if you're watching for the first time, I like to do an official introduction. So I am Dr. Nicole Rankin. Dr. Nick is what I go by. I'm a certified personal growth coach, and my mission really is to help as many young leaders as I can to truly discover who they are, help them clarify their vision, and develop a solid plan to take in their next life. So the mission that I developed this 7-step system of self-discovery called Adulting in My Purpose, and it helps young people to uncover and really understand their purpose in life and help them navigate through this complex, as we can see, this complex, crazy world. So it has been compiled in a journal that's available, and it started out as a journal, and it has grown into other things that we'll talk more about as we go on and talk about some of the things that are coming up in 2021. So we do this live every Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about different strategies that are going to help young people to move forward in life. So many young people that I mentor, and just kind of in that space of stuckness, I just like making up words, stuckness, and feeling like they're overwhelmed and experience a lot of depression and anxiety because they're trying to figure out their place in life, but not knowing how to maneuver, where to go, who to talk to. And so everybody who knows me for real knows that Dr. Nick love the kids. Nick love the kids, right? So I've been in this youth development, youth space for a long time, and it's my heart, it's my passion, and so I will continue to serve, and just wanting to help and truly impact the lives of as many young people as I can while I can. So we have had a great season of Adulting in My Purpose last year. We started early last year. Um, Starting this out. We've had some amazing guests, amazing subject matter experts who have come and helped us, talk about different strategies that and things that are important to young people as they're developing, as they're growing. So it is. I'm just overly excited of what God has for 2021. It is going to be amazing. The visions, the ideas that are in the works, it's going to be awesome. So really, I just want to lay out the lay of the land and how we're going to move forward in 2021, and just talk about the vision and how you can have a prosperous and abundant life. Because how many people want out there just want a prosperous and abundant new year? Like it is time. Good evening, Melody. Welcome, welcome. It is time for us to be here, to turn the leaf, to experience the newness of the new year. There are life is full of possibilities and full of potentials, and just like anything, it's going to take work. So if you're wanting to move forward and move to the next level in your life and make 2021 a prosperous and abundant life and an abundant new year, you got to put in the work. You got to do the work. You got to do the things that you need to do to get from where you are to where you want to be, right? So right now, let me just give you a glimpse, because you guys, like, I am bubbling over. 2020 was rough for all, and we're still in the midst of a lot of the foolishness going on, as we can turn on the news and see today. But dealing with the impact of the pandemic, we've gone through a lot of things, family hardships, experiencing things like that. But God was putting things in place as we were going and going through, and I say go through because it is a season. He was still working and still opening doors and still planting seeds. And so 2021, for business and for the things that I've seen and He's put in my spirit, is going to be a year of harvest. So the seeds that have been planted are going to start harvesting in 2021. So with Adulting in My Purpose, I never knew that it would actually come to where it is now. It started with a journey that I went through myself to find out who I was. Here I was in my late 30s, early 40s, asking that question: what do I want to be when I grow up? What is my life about? And I went through this process of self-discovery and put it all together, compile it in a journal. And I thought, hey, that was it. It was going to be great. That was it. But God had greater. So He sees more. He has more for us than we see for ourselves. So Adulting in My Purpose started out, of course, as a journal. You can get it in Amazon. It will be available also in Barnes and Noble coming out this year. So you can pick that up there. And so not only do we have the journal, we evolved the journal into a course. So there is a 7-day course of Adulting in My Purpose, a 7-day course of self-discovery, where we take you through this journey of self-discovery, going through self-reflection, self-awareness, self-knowledge, self-belief, self-improvement, self-planning, self-motivation. And in each level, you're digging deeper into yourself, trying to find out who you are at your core. Who has God created you to be? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? How does that work with your personality? How do you build a foundation? What are your belief systems? What are your values? And how do you put that all together into a solid plan for your life? So those are the things that we cover in our course. So we've been doing that in 2020, and we're going to continue that. We started the Adulting in My Purpose live, so we'll continue to still be here every Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We have some more amazing guests lined up for 2021, more amazing millennials who we know. We have our millennials making moves. So we have that segment, and we have some great millennials that are coming on to just share their story, share their journey, and help to inspire other people. So not only that, another thing that I'm excited about for the 2021 is that I have a group of young people, and we are currently working on the Adulting in My Purpose Summit. It's gonna, yes, right, it's gonna be a 2 day summit. One day we'll talk about, give you tools for personal development, and then the next day we're going to be talking about giving you tools and strategies for professional development. So, for all my young professionals out there, look out for that. That is coming. Our Adulting in My Purpose Summit. And then next, I want to make a big announcement that I am taking Adulting in My Purpose. I am now an on air talent with the International Business Growth Radio Network, IBGR. Yes, I have my own radio show, guys. See, God is good, y'all. And He just keep opening doors. So the radio show is on Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll start my first episode this Friday at 10 a.m. on IBGR Network. So it's going to be amazing. And that show is actually going to be a business edition. So what I'll be doing, I'm going to be helping young people who aspire to become business owners. So what we're seeing is a trend coming out of 2020 going into 2021, that there is a rise of millennials and even Gen Zers, our younger generation, are tapping into that entrepreneur spirit. Even our millennials that have their 9 to 5, they're realizing that, one, that may not be for them, or they have other desires, wanting to just kind of create their own life, have the more flexibility, have that work life balance that they desire. So they're opting to start businesses. And so, as a business owner, as somebody who has gone through a transition from a corporate position to entrepreneurship, that transition can be ugly and it's complex and it's hard. And nobody tells you this, and nobody shares with you the hardships, but they share the beauty of entrepreneurship, which is great. But it's a rough season. So what I plan to do is I'm going to share, I'm going to open up and share the lessons that I've have learned about my own entrepreneurial journey, that every young leader who is desiring to be an entrepreneur, they need to know before they start their journey. And if this was something that I knew then, the process would be a lot easier and more palatable to what I'm doing. But everything that happens for a reason. So now I get to share my ups, my downs, and the lessons learned, the hardships I've gone through over the years, and in this short period of time, to help other young people who are wanting to aspire to start their own business. So giving you the who, the what, the when, the how. I'm going to give you the goods. So if you're out there, tune in to IBGR Radio Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm going to help you prepare to launch that business. So I'm excited about that. Guys, it's going to be an exciting year, and I'm looking forward to serving you as young people, serving you, helping you grow. If you're a young person or millennial out there listening, join in. We have a Facebook group that you can join and stay connected. And we're doing some great things. We have a book study. We have virtual events. So we're just growing what I call is a movement, and creating this Adulting in My Purpose movement that is going global. So you want to be a part of it. You want to be a part of this transformation, and it's going to be exciting. We're going to do some amazing things in 2021. So I am looking forward to that. So today, I'm just going to talk about, how do we get to this prosperous life, and make this year prosperous? We know we come into the new year with all these new resolutions and these goals and these great vision boards that we create, and having all these now virtual vision parties, and all of this is wonderful. And we do this all in January, but then come mid-January, February, March, things start to sizzle down. So how do we keep the momentum? How do we keep prosperous? How do we live the abundant life that God has called us to do? You know, Mahatma Gandhi spoke to Parliament for 2 hours without notes. Afterwards, a reporter asked him, he said, "How do you speak so long without notes?" And Gandhi replied to him, "You see, what I think is what I feel. What I feel is what I say, and what I say is what I do." And I want you to think about that, because when values, thoughts, feelings, and actions are all in alignment, you become a person that's focused, and you become a person that's focused on on character, that you can live a life that of what you feel and truly be a leader of your life, as opposed to just going with the flow and just accepting life like it is, just, what comes what may. That's what. No, 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 no. You have the power and the authority that you have been given to lead the life that you desire, right? So, you know, it's all about you. And I want you to think about that, because that is going to be a constant theme for 2021. And I teach this in the course. And it's one of the things that's very resonates with everybody. What you think is what you feel. What you feel is what you say. And what you say is what you do. And when you get all of those in alignment, this is when you're going to see things change. And this is going to be a critical point of how you move in 2021 to make this the prosperous year that you desire. You know, prosperity and abundance aren't just for a select few. It's not for a certain amount of group. He said, "I have come to give you life, and life more abundant." It's for everyone who believes. And you have to experience that abundance level. You can do that, right? So you can do that. You just have to believe that you can. I tell my young people this all the time, that you can be successful if nobody else believes in you, but you would never be successful if you don't believe in yourself. So having the prosperity, having the abundance life, having the things that you desire, and the way that you want 2021 to go is all in your hands. God is waiting for you. You know, a lot of times we be like, "I'm waiting on God. I'm waiting on God. I'm waiting on God." God is waiting on you. He has given you the blueprint. He says, "I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you, plans to give you hope and a future." But we so busy trying to figure out what to do, we don't even ask him. If he knows the plans, why are we trying to figure things out? So, the only limitations that we have is our imagination and our time. Those are the limitations that we put on ourselves. So we live in a limitless world. But when we don't think about it, when we don't believe, when we don't think about things that we can do and can achieve, then we limit ourselves and put ourselves in the box. So imagine the greatest things you can do just this year. Just this year. I'm not even going to go into the 3, 5, 10-year goals. Just in 2021. Imagine what you can do. So whatever you can imagine, God can outdo that. Because he says that now unto him that's able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all we can ask or think, according to the power that works in us. That means, we can't box God in. God is a big God. And a lot of times we box him in because we have our own self-doubts. We have our own limiting beliefs that put a cap on the things, our imagination, the things that we can think about. So God is like, "Yo, I got so much for you, so much inside of you that I put in you before you were in your mother's womb, but you're limiting yourself. You're limiting yourself in your thought process. You're limiting yourself in your attitudes. You're limiting yourself in your mindset. You're limiting yourself in the way you speak, right? So if we want to experience the abundant life in 2021, there are a few things that we're going to have to do. We're going to have to put our thinking caps on. When you were in elementary school and the teacher says, "Put your thinking cap on," right? And we're going to have to tap into our childlike imagination. I don't know. It's something about as we become adults, we lose our imagination. I guess we just get caught up in life and caught up in our routine, trying to figure out, how to pay bills, right? How to pay those bills, and we lose our imagination when we are a child. Children have the greatest imagination. I was laughing over the holidays of, I see my friends with kids who, rather than with their Christmas presents, and they take the Christmas presents out of the box, and they'll just play with the box and have this grand old time playing with the box, going in the box. The box becomes a sled, the box becomes a fort, because they have an imagination. And that's where we have to get back to imagining what God can do, imagining the things that He has placed in your spirit, imagining them coming true. Napoleon Hill says man's only limitation within reason lies in his development and use of his imagination. You see, so I want you to as we go through some strategies and talk about some things to help you in this process of making 2021 that abundant life that you desire. I want you to put your thinking caps on. I want you to tap in to your imagination. What are the things that you dream about? What are the goals that you see? What are the visions that you have? What are the things that you wrote in your journal? Not only in at the end of 2020, but what are the things that you wrote in 2019, in 2018, in 2016 that you have not started on? Okay, so I want you to think about that, because a positive and effective mindset is half the battle. Our other half is really taking responsibility for our future. And as much as some people want to promise you that you can just dream and walk into prosperity and turn around and jump up and down and gotta go, nah, that's not reality. That's not how it works. It says faith without works is dead. We got to activate our faith by doing the work, right? We meet God halfway. He's there to guide, but we got to put in the work. So I want to talk about, and I'm going to go through this quickly, just 10 strategies that you can follow for a year of prosperity and abundance. And I want you to use these strategies and truly enjoy the life that we have been given coming into 2021. Because if you are listening to me, if you are living in 2021, it's a blessing. It is God's glory. It's because He has more for you, and His hand is there. So we want to make sure that we use the gifts and the talents that He has given us. Les Brown says the graveyard is where there are millions of millionaires, because people die without tapping into their potential. And so for this year, my desire for you, especially young people out there that are listening, that you begin to tap into who God has created you to be, and the things that He desires for you. And we truly walk in this adulting in my purpose life and embrace this as a lifestyle that says, I am going to live the life that I know that I was designed and created to live, and be the person that who I was designed and created to be, and have the things that I was designed and created to have. So let's get started. So number one, you guys know me. And if you don't know me, you're gonna learn today that I'm a woman of faith, and I can't do anything. My faith has grown over. Let me tell you, just even in this entrepreneur journey, the level of faith that it takes to step out into the unknown, to leave your comfort zone, leave all the things that you know, and step out into the face of unknown is it's a scary thing. So my number one strategy is to keep God first. A lot of times we say put God first, but I want you not only to put Him there, I want you to keep Him there. You see, God is the grand overall designer. He's the creator of heaven and earth. He knows the plans for you. It all starts with God. The purpose of your life is far greater than what we can do in our own personal fulfillment. We can go after the money, we can go after the material possession, the cars, the house, and all of that, the bling, all of that, the shoes, the purse, the clothes, all of that. But at the end of the day, what does that really matter? You can't take that with you. So knowing who you are, that you were born by his purpose and for his purpose, you got to focus on him to understand our true purpose on life. So that's why I say keep God first. Not only put him first, but keep him first throughout the year. Everything. Seek him first, the kingdom of God, and all other things will be added. All other things. In order to understand the creation that you are, you got to know the creator. So that is my number one. And if you're out there and you're not a person of faith, okay, that's fine. But for me and my house and what I do, got to keep God first. So that's number one. The next strategy is to release negativity. If you want to experience that abundant life, that life of prosperity, you got to release negativity. And this comes, we're living in a time where negativity is just is at it's we're bombarded. You got to start guarding your gates, what you look at, what you listen to. And truly guard your heart from negative thoughts and negative thinkings, because negative thoughts have many negative consequences. What you as a man thinketh, so is he. So thinking about negative thoughts over and over again, that's what's going to happen, right? It's going to be like self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So if you're thinking negative thoughts, you're going to see negative things, you're going to feel negative. And remember what I said in the beginning: what you think is what you feel is what you say is what you do. So it all starts with their thoughts. So you got to release the negativity in 2021. We got, I understand, it's rough, it's hard, but we have to change our mindset and change our perspective on or what we're looking at, and how we're seeing things. And because when we look at things differently, the things that we look at start to change. So when you expect the worse is going to happen. So we got to keep positive. Think on the pure things. Think on the positive things. Turn the negatives into a positive. Look for the opportunities in the problems. Look at what God is doing, even in the midst of the storm, because he is working. He is doing things. He is moving. So you got to focus on those things. Look at what's going on in today, right? Look at the chaos that is going on. But even in the midst of the chaos, Georgia came through, right? Georgia came through, right? We have two people that, are changing, life changing. What if they were to give up? What if they didn't have that belief and they were so focused on the negativity that was going around? So even in the midst of the chaos, God is still working. So one, keep God first. Two, release negativity, because your future, your results, if you're expecting the things that you're expecting in 2021, requires you to have a higher level of thinking. So if you don't want 2021 to look like 2020, the things that's going to make the difference is how you think about it. Right. So you got to monitor your thoughts, monitor what you're thinking about throughout the day. Keep that positive, whatever you need to do to keep you in a positive stance, whether it's listening to music, whether it's listening to podcasts, guarding what you see. I understand social media is a must have now. We got to do it, right? But maybe limiting the time that you do it. We got to change our habits, right? So if we want something different, we got to do something different. So number three is be grateful. Have a grateful attitude. If you believe that you have nothing in your life to be grateful for, you can expect to struggle. If you want to focus in on we're living in a hard times now. We unemployment rate is there, businesses are shutting down, sicknesses is rampant through the land. COVID is still there. Now we have variants of COVID, so we're still going. Our STDs on the rise. We have a super gonorrhea a strain. So, but if you keep looking at the negatives and the struggles that you're going through, that's what's going to manifest. So remind yourself of how good things are in your life, because there is good. There is good. Even the fact that if it's just as simple as you breathing, that's something to be grateful for, and be grateful. And the more things, the more you're grateful for, the more things will happen to you, because it's the law of attraction. What you put out there is what you bring to yourself. So be grateful. The next thing I want you to do is visualize. We talked about this. Your imagination, visualizing, requires you to figure out what you want. Go into 2020. I want you to be clear about what you want. And if it takes you time, stop just running all over the place. Let's get clarity. Let's get focused. Let's put the time in on the front end to figure out what it is that you want, what it is that you feel God is calling you to do, as opposed to just all over the place and getting stuck and feeling like you're just kind of in that that you're a hamster in that wheel, just turning and not getting anything accomplished. And at the end of 2021, you're like, oh, singing the woulda, shoulda, couldas. So I want you to visualize, set aside time each day to visualize, and see the future that you want. A vision is only an alternative picture of, a picture of an alternative future. That's all it is. But we got to have time to see and allow God to speak with. God will speak with you through dreams. Old men will dream dreams and see visions. So he will give you the vision, but we got to take time to see it. We're so busy, but now let's slow down in 2021 so we can get a clear vision and write the vision and make it plain so we can go to work and create the life that we're desiring to live. So, visualization is going to be part, and the more you do it, the benefits that you'll see. The next thing I want you to do, number 5, is take risks. It's time to get out of your comfort zone. It's time to get out your comfort zone. You can't expect to play it safe and experience the prosperity and abundance that God has for you. That's why it's faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. You don't know. So you got to take the risk. You got to step out on faith. You take calculated risk because you're going to plan and do the things that you need, but you got to get out your comfort zone, and you gotta stretch yourself. If you want to experience something different, you gotta move out of what you know, that normal routine, and experience something new, and take the risk, so you can experience that abundant life that you desire. So we got to get out our comfort zones. We got to take our risk. So number 5 is take the risk. So let's do a quick review. I told you I'm giving you 10 quick things. So the first thing is keep God first. Second, release negativity. Third, be grateful. 4, visualize. And 5, take risks. Okay, so you got that. You taking notes. Make sure you get that. So number 6 is never settle for average. you know, doesn't mean that you can't make yourself content in some of the things. Doesn't mean that you have to make yourself miserable all the time, but instead have a healthy curiosity of what it is you want to experience, greater levels, right? You want to go higher. A lot of times we kind of get in this state of mediocrity and state of complacency to say I'm just good. And that's okay if that's what you want for your life. So if that's what you want at this point, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the young people who wanna experience their full potential, want to go to the next level, because not everybody wants to, and that's okay. That is fine. But for those who do, you gotta get yourself an experience and say that I'm not going to settle and be satisfied with just mediocrity. I want to go to the next level. And once you start thinking about going to greater levels and growing to greater heights, that's where you will experience that abundance, because it's going to be new. We go from higher to higher, glory to glory. We're going to the next level. So you have to, see yourself doing that. So never get satisfied. Never settle for mediocrity. Number 6, never settle for mediocrity. Number 7, you got to persist. This is all about the key to abundance is staying the course, right? The race is not given to the swift. This is not a sprint, guys. This is a marathon. And I know as young people, you are in that microwave society complex that thinks that everything has to happen now, now, now. But you got to understand, this is a process. Life is a journey, and you're going to have to embrace the process. You're going to have to learn the lessons. You're going to go through ups, going to go through downs. You're going to have the mountain tops experience. You're going to have the valley lows experience, right? That's what life is. So it's important to maintain a vision for your future, and understand that no matter what, you're going to have to persist, and you're going to have to keep moving forward, and there will be work that's required on your part to bring this abundant life to you, but the work, it will pay off. Think about how you work hard now, and set yourself up for the life that you want later. But it's all about persistence. It's all about staying the course, and embracing your journey, not comparing yourself to other people, not comparing yourself to what you see on social media, because all of that is puff and smokes. Because at the end of the day, if they pull back the layers, if you go into the lives, you're like, ooh, I really don't want that. So maintain your journey, and be persistent. So number 7 is persist. You got to keep going and moving forward. Number 8 is seek help. This is something that is critical. I know a lot of young people, especially you as a millennial that are out there, you're wanting to have, um, even transitioning into adulthood, you want to be independent, right? And that is the goal, to be an independent, productive adult where you're living on your own, and you're living your life, and you're doing the things that you desire to do. But you don't have to do it alone. I love the quote by John Maxwell that says, "One is too small of a number for success." You don't have to do this alone. This thing called life, you don't have to do it alone. There are people there that are going to guide you. There are people that are going to help you. There's coaches, there are mentors, but you got to seek it. You got to be in a place, in a position to say, I need help. I don't know what to do, and I need help. And once you get in that place, you'll find that the help it will come to you. The world is full of capable people that can help you. Ding, 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 ding. People who are called to you, people who are here, whose life mission and whose calling on their life is to help you, to guide you, right? So someone out there has already accomplished the things that you want to accomplish. So get advice, seek help. Don't go through this life alone. When you do that, you form this level of isolation that cause you to experience those psychological effects, that depression, and that overwhelm, and that anxiety that so many of our young people, so many of you out there are experiencing, because you're taking it all on yourself. So again, number 8 is seek help. However, whatever that help looks like for you, seek it, and don't be ashamed to do so. It is okay. You don't have all the answers. You're not expected to have all the answers, but there is help for you in all areas of your life to help you figure it out. So seek help. And then the 9 is hang around the right people. Hello, hello, hello. 2021, hang around the right people. If you got to go through your social media and have a block party where you just blocking the folks that you knew last year, that you like, okay, I don't need to be dealing with that person anymore, then that's what you need to do. You need to have yourself a block party and go through yours and start blocking people, and surround yourself with positive, supportive, successful people that that are doing the things that you want to do. Here's some funny stories that reminds you and reminds us that they walk among us, right? And see if you can relate. Here's one. One day I was walking along the beach with some friends, and one of them shouted, "Look at the dead bird." And one of my friends looked up the sky and says, "Where?" They walk among us. Another one, my sister has a life saving tool in her car that will allow her to cut her seatbelt if she's trapped, but she keeps it in the trunk. They walk among us. Next, I used to work I used to work on a technical support hotline for a 24/7 call center. One day, I got a call from an individual asking, "What hours we open?" And I said, "The number you dial is open 24 hours, 7 days a week." And he responded, "Is that Eastern or Mountain Time?" They walk among us. Last one, I couldn't find my luggage at the airport baggage area. So I went to the lost luggage office. I told the woman that my bag never show up. She smiled and told me, "No worries. I'm a trained professional. I can help you. You are in good hands." Then she asked me, "Has your plane arrived yet?" See, they walk among us. And you wonder why. Sometimes we gotta look at our inner circle. We gotta look at the people that we're hanging around, making sure they are up leveling our thinking, making sure that they are helping us and supporting us. Hell, I see people coming in, "Hey Melanie, hey Isaac, hey Brandon, good evening." So who is in your inner circle? Who are the people that are surrounding you? They said that you are the average of the 5 people that's closest to you. So asking yourself, who are the people that are around you? Who are your inner circle? Are they lifting you up or are they dragging you down? Because in 2021, we need people that are going to lift us up. We need people that are going to support. We need people that are going to support and be that be a sounding board. We need people that are going to be positive influence in our life. So to experience the abundant life that we desire in 2021, you got to check your inner circle, right? And it has to be done. So that's number 9, looking at your inner circle. And lastly, number 10, da, 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 da. Lastly, number 10 is, in order to experience that prosperous, abundant life that we desire in 2021, you got to dream big. No more of this small thinking, no more of this thinking, no more of this put me in the box. We got to dream big. We can see that this world is turning upside down. But you all have dreams, you all have desires, but sometimes you play too small. Sometimes you play too small. We got to think big. So dream big. I want to tell you a story. A Chinese bamboo tree takes 5 years to pop above the surface. And then once it pops, you can then visually see it growing. But you have to water and you have to fertilize for all that time. And in fact, in 5 weeks, once it's above the surface, it can grow up to 90 feet tall. See, personal growth works similarly, right? It works behind the scenes. You may not see evidence of it for a while because it's growing inside of you. It's growing. You're doing the work. You're keeping it fertilizing. You're watering. You're plucking the weeds, right? And then one day, all of a sudden, it will show unbelievable growth. That's how we have to live. We have to live our dreams, understanding that as you're pursuing the dreams, things are working out. You have to work. You have to fertilize. You got to put in the work. And however, your friends and those your peers and your colleagues, they may really ridicule you. They may not support the dream. They may ask questions of how you going to do that. Don't worry about that. It's not their dream. It's not their dream. So they don't have to understand because God did not give it to them. He gave it to you. And the way that he's given it to you, you need to move on it. See, there are so many people that quit on their dreams because they move into some challenges, they face some hardships, and they quit and they give up. But if 2021, we want to experience that abundant life, we want to experience that life of prosperity that we want, we got to dream big and we got to keep moving just like the bamboo tree and know that our efforts are still are working for the good for that big dream. We got to shoot for the sky, no limits in 2021. It's going down. 2021 is going down. So once you do that, start dreaming big, you'll see your overall performances improve. You'll start to think different. You'll start to walk different. Your mindset changes. Your bank account is going to start changing. Your friends will change. You'll realize your dream and you'll realize your ability that you have to do, be, and have more, and do the things that God has called you to do. That's the life that we want in 2021. And I don't know about you, but I'm not settling for anything less than God's best. So if y'all are rocking with me for 2021, and those who know me know that you can't be around me and not have that mindset, because we're going to go higher. So I'm excited, God. You can tell I am just on edge of all the things that's going to be happening in 2021. So look out, adulting in my purpose, young people. This is your season. This is your time. Whatever it is, whatever dreams you have, you want to start the business, let's do it. You want to go back to school, let's do it. You want to start a family, let's do it. You want some more money in your bank account, let's do it. Whatever it is, 2021 is here for you. Are you is abundance and prosperity for you? That's going to be up to you to decide. And you have to ask yourself, it all starts with your expectations and your attitudes. Negative thoughts and expectations repel abundance. So we went through 10 strategies. 10 strategies. I'm gonna go over them real quick as I wrap up. This was fun. I hope something that I was said helped and added value to you. So let's quickly go over the 10 strategies to follow for a year of prosperity and abundance. 1, keep God first. 2, release negativity. 3, be grateful. 4, visualize. 5, take risks. 6, never be satisfied. 7, persist. 8, seek help. 9, hang around the right people. And number 10, dream big. Dream big, guys. So as we wrap up, I want you to accept responsibility for your future and the desires that you have, the dreams that you have, the goals that you have. I want you today to say, I'm taking responsibility for all the things that God has placed in my spirit. And as you move through 2021, we're going to continue to come here every Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you're wanting to join in on the courses that we have to go deeper and to help you with your self-discovery process, that is all available. Lean in to our Facebook group so you know what's going on. Good things are coming your way. So I challenge you in 2021 to dream big and live the prosperous life and abundant life that God has for you guys. So that is my teaching for today. And I'm just happy to just kick off the start of the new year with you. I'm praying that God continues to cover you, to open doors, to give you the guidance that you need. Again, there's so many resources that are available. Continue to lean in, and we'll be back here next week. Next Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We have our millennial making moves. So next week we have a special guest. We will have Raymond Forte. He is an author, a musician, and truly a man of God that is doing things impacting, empowering men to live their life. So we're going to hear about all of the great things that God is doing with him on next week. So tune in, be inspired, and truly let's do this adulting thing right so we can say that we are adulting in my purpose. So again, hope something that was said would add value to you guys. Have a wonderful and blessed night. Good night, guys.